Hey guys, welcome back to Real Talk Bougie. Make sure that you are subscribed to this channel. These chats are subscriber only. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are going to get into it. I hope everyone had a wonderful day so far. And I'm pulling up my monitor. I hope everyone is doing well. What is going on, guys? Let's see. Let's see who's here. Miss HLS, Toya, Make Beauty Forever, Gang Stars here first. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate y'all so much. Okay, guys, we're gonna talk about some side chick stuff today. I mean, obviously the obvious. But there was a couple of side chick things that came up today. Um, that I wanted to talk about on top of that. So we are going to get into it. So I hope everyone has their snack. You, girl, handle all that business before we get into it. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Okay, let me see. Where's my. I did not have my banners ready, but that's okay. You guys know where you're at. Anyway, so hello to everyone. You guys say hi to each other. Let me see about saying hi to as many people as I can so we can jump in and get started. Diva Ray, Spice, Spicy Delight, what's going on? Lovejoy, Overcomer, Keisha, Compton Ebony, Miss Mad About Music. Let's see. No, Nolia girl 504. So probably like New Orleans girl. Nolia girl 504, double A, D Dub, Lady D, Juniper, Spice. I already said Spicy Delight for the 2 times. Tanya, Finesse. Hi, Lily. Hey, Pineapples. What's going on? Hi, Jacqueline. How are you? That was my mom's name. That is my mom's name. Jay Blake, DDS Mom. Anisha, what's going on? Monique, what's going on? Robin, hi, how are you? Favored Brown Girl, Serena, Cheryl, Pretty Frugal Diva, Tanya, or is it Tanya? Let's see, them folks, okay, period, that part. Brenda, TS, Miss Cinnamon, what's going on? Kim on Facebook, how are you, sis? Happy to be happy. Yes. Shonda R. Hightower, what's going on? Brenda Hood, Nakia, Anisha, Nurse T, Peppermint Patty, Miss K4, Nikki, MC. Let's see. Miss T, what's going on? Jackson Tabasco, Collector of Dolls. Okay, okay, okay. DJ, uh, is it Dion? Dion Don Diva, Tall Diva, Veronica, Hazel. My gosh, there's so many of y'all are coming in the room. Okay, Nikisha, what's going on? Okay. I see Shonda, Amber, the original, Veronica. Let me see. Kim Scott. Okay. If I missed anyone, I did my best. Whiskey 704, I see you. Um, I'm sure I forgot someone. And if I did, Cheryl Sampson, I see you. Serena, I see you. Monique Moss, I see you, boo boo. How's everybody doing? Regina, Robin Dudley. Okay, Loretta, what's going on, sis? Okay, guys, I know you guys all heard about what happened to Martell, Hazel Sweets. What's going on? I don't follow Love and Marriage, Huntsville. I've heard of it. But I saw it last night. I grabbed the screenshot. I went to, girl, was it Montgomery County? Hold on. Girl, I put the screenshot in Patreon. Was it Madison County? It was Madison County. He was booked in around 4:02 p.m. And that's Martell Holt. Let me see if I can find. See, this is bad. I wanted to pull this up before, but I did not. Let me see if I can pull it up. Y'all have seen it, the mugshot, the infamous mugshot. Maybe it's in my Dropbox. Let's see. Late but present. Okay, Deborah. I stopped watching it a few seasons ago. Yeah. It's just let's see what's going on here. So yeah, he was booked in. Looked like he was booked in for roughly about 3 hours. It wasn't that long. Let me see if I can pull it up. I should have had this pulled up already, so my bad, y'all. Oh, you know where I can find it, girl? Let me go right on over to where I have it posted. Oh, I have it posted on my channel. I think I put it up for you guys over on the community post this morning, didn't I? Hold on. Why it's like why am I making my life harder when I've already made it easier? I forget where I had stuff posted. Let's see. It's on the community wall, of course. Okay, here we go. Girl, what is wrong with me? I'm so used to having to find something. Okay, here we go. Girl. Okay, here we go. Y'all. Okay, so here's Sir I don't know what happened, but let me read on TMZ what it says. Hold on. Now, I heard Tasha K talking about something that she said that she spoke to his people and everything, and I'm not sure what that's all about. Basically, I mean, I think TMZ got some sort of a press release from his people, and basically what they said was Martell Holt was arrested for domestic violence. That's what I'm reading. Um, and basically what they're saying is this was today at 1:41 p.m. Pacific time. So 4:41 East Coast. We would like to issue an official statement regarding the recent allegations against Martell Holt concerning harassment text messages to his accuser dating back to August 2022. It is with great concern that we address these accusations. Martell Holt adamantly denies any intentional harm or harassment towards the accuser. We believe that these allegations are the result of a misunderstanding, and we are confident that the legal process will ultimately vindicate Mr. Holt. Martell remains committed to being a devoted father and remaining a positive and healthy co-parenting relationship with Mrs. Rogers and Ms. Curry for the well-being of their children. Despite the challenges presented, Martell will continue to focus on his role as a responsible parent and continue positively and contribute positively to his community. We urge the public and the media to approach this matter with fairness and sensitivity, considering the impact such allegations can have on an individual and their families. We are confident that as the legal proceedings unfold, the truth will emerge and Mr. and Martell Holt will be exonerated. We appreciate your understanding and respect for Martell's privacy during this challenging time. Oh, okay. Um, okay. Let me see if I can show you a better. Okay, that looks better. Okay. Um, Martell, famous for starring on OWN's Love and Marriage Huntsville, was busted Tuesday afternoon in Madison County for third-degree domestic violence for allegedly sending harassing communications, according to online records. The Huntsville Police Department, the arresting agency, tells TMZ that this is a misdemeanor arrest and warrant. In addition to starring in 57 episodes of Love and Marriage Huntsville, Martell is also known for dating housewife star Sheree Whitfield. Martell and Sheree had a thing back in 2022 after meeting through mutual friends, but they're no longer together, breaking up last summer. Martell's born and raised in Huntsville, staying home to go to college at Alabama A&M University, graduating in 2008 before becoming an entrepreneur. No further details are available at this time, but it's worth noting Martell is divorced with 5 children. We've reached out to Martell's camp. So far, no word back. Okay. And that is according to TMZ. Please hit the like button. Yes, please hit the like button, y'all. No, I'm not into housewife stuff. Okay, let's see. Okay, let me see. Um, so you're saying, please let's do better than 139 likes. Video calls coming soon. Wait, hold on one second. You guys said something. Wait, let me just check. Okay. I didn't think that they had anything posting at this moment. Let's see. Hold on. Video calls are coming soon for Ernesto. So, and what does that mean? So maybe they're going to post something tomorrow. I don't know. Um, videos calls are coming. Okay. Oh, the video calls. Oh, okay. I just that like literally just connected in my head. Oh, Sonya. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Well, yep. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Okay. Very interesting. Um I that just blew my mind. Okay, we'll talk about that in a second. Let me show you guys something. I don't know if you guys heard this story or not, but kind of this is very serious, but it's also somewhat entertaining. But it's more on the side chick stuff, and then we'll roll on over into Sonya. But I mean, who else came for some visits? I mean, it'll be interesting to see who else has come for a visit. And it'll also be interesting to know, did Shirley ever show up for a visit? That's another thing. But we know who's been going for a visit. We know Sonya. We know Daryl went for a visit, and that will be interesting. So, yeah. Okay. Um all right, let me show you guys this.
Chief Greg LeBlanc and his wife, Crystal LeBlanc, captain with the San Andre Parish Sheriff's Office, were sent to the hospital days before Christmas when Savannah Butler, an Opelousas police officer, allegedly pulled a trigger, shooting the pair. Since then, Chief LeBlanc is breaking his silence in a statement, and I quote, "Dear Opelousas residents, I'm reaching out to you with a heavy heart and a deep sense of responsibility in the light of the events that transpired Friday, December 22nd, 2023. As your chief of police, it is my duty to ensure the safety and well-being of our community, and recent events have raised concerns that I cannot ignore. Infidelity is a breach of not only the personal commitments I made, but also the professional standards we all expect from those in public service." End quote. Earlier today, the officer accused of the shooting, Savannah Butler, appeared in court for the first time. Today, she announced Harry Daniels III will represent her in the case, which now sits in the hands of the DA's office. Coming up at 6, we'll have more on Chief LeBlanc's statement. For right now, I'm Paris Flanagan, your San Andre Parish reporter.
Okay, so a police chief, I'm going to show you what this couple look like. This was crazy. So the police chief, his wife is a captain, not on the same force. So he's a chief, his wife is a captain, and he was messing with someone, I believe, in his department. Sir was over at his girlfriend's house, and the wife pulled up, who is a captain in another, in another like neighboring situation. And she knocks on the door looking for her husband and girlfriend. So she asks for her husband. Her husband comes to the door. Girlfriend goes and gets her gun and shoots. The bullet goes through his hand and then grazes the wife on the shoulder. Chief LeBlanc, girl, this was a whole mess. Let me show you. Let me pull this up. And they're a nice looking couple. Okay, there's Chief right there. Can you see him? Yes. Okay. There's Chief. There's the wife. There's the kids. Okay, there's wifey, Crystal LeBlanc. She is a cat. We'll read this. Okay. This is girlfriend. I mean, I don't know what is going on over there. I guess let's listen to a little bit of the story. My goodness. Girl, this is a whole mess. Um, let's see. So I don't know if this has even. Yeah, no, this is just it's like a visual. Anyway, so Louisiana police chief admitted to he cheated on his wife in an open letter to the public after they were both shot and wounded by his subordinates. So he was messing with someone who was under his management, okay? Wounded by one of his subordinates who was embroiled in their love triangle. Opelousas police chief Greg LeBlanc and his wife Crystal LeBlanc, a deputy with the St. Laundry Parish. So she's probably more like a sheriff or something. A deputy with the St. Laundry Parish Sheriff's Department were shot outside the home of Officer Savannah Butler on December 22nd, according to the sheriff's office. Police said Crystal LeBlanc arrived to Butler's house to confront her husband, who was inside the officer's home before an argument ensued between the couple. Butler, armed with a gun, appeared in the doorway moments later and fired a single shot into the police chief's hand when he attempted to grab the gun. The bullet penetrated LeBlanc's hand and struck Crystal LeBlanc in the arm, according to police. This is girlfriend. This is Boo Boo. Greg LeBlanc and his wife admitted themselves into a local hospital to be treated and were later released. Butler then cleaned up the crime scene to cover up evidence before contacting the sheriff's office, investigators determined. So I wonder if she used her service revolver or did she use her own private gun? But either way, she'd have to report that she fired her weapon. Greg LeBlanc, who has been with the Opelousas Police Department since 1998, ruined his career. I hope it was worth it. Addressed his infidelity on Wednesday. So that's his wife. That's him. And are they not a nice looking couple? Look at the wife, okay? My actions have caused pain and distress not only to my family but also to my community. The Opelousas police chief wrote, I must acknowledge the role I played in this unfortunate situation. It's more than an unfortunate situation. I failed in the commitment to uphold the standards expected of the chief of police and more importantly, failed the trust you have placed in me. Infidelity is a breach not only to my personal commitments I made, but also to the professional standards we all expect from those in public service. Greg LeBlanc did not directly reference his wife or Butler in this statement. The police chief said he is initiating an internal review within the police department and is committed to restoring the community trust. Butler, 42, turned herself into the police of St. Laundry Parish. So she had to turn herself into the sheriff's department where wifey works, okay? Posted $22,000 bond and was released. See, Nesto, see how it's done? She turned herself in. She posted $22,000 bond and was released, authorities said. She has been placed in administrative leave following her arrest and was taken into custody on charges for obstruction of justice, illegal discharge of a firearm, and negligent injuring. Okay, so there's the husband, there's chief, there is the captain. Okay, did they say she's a captain? I feel like they said she works for St. Laundry Parish, but I feel like her title, they didn't mention her title, but I believe that she is a captain. He's a chief, she's a captain. Okay. Um, the police chief said they're initiating the internal review. Um, Crystal LeBlanc is a 20-year police veteran, was issued a summons for trespass. So everybody got hit. She got sis is salty. So the one who got arrested for discharging her weapon, Savannah Butler, made sure that Crystal caught a trespass. How is she trespassing if you're just going to ring the bell? Maybe she told her to leave. Crystal LeBlanc, 20-year veteran, was issued a summons for trespassing on Butler's property. Greg LeBlanc was also placed on administrative leave pending an investigation. Opelousas police chief currently faces no pending charges according to law enforcement, other than you're sleeping with a subordinate, which is really not good news. So that's bad. The investigation remains ongoing. The city of Opelousas is located 24 miles north of Lafayette, and the population is about 15,000, according to the 2020 census. After raising the ranks of Detective Sergeant LeBlanc was elected to Opelousas police chief in November 22 and took office in January 20. I mean, just a year. The couple have been married since April 2004, a 20-year marriage with 2 children. I want to express my sincere apologies to my wife, my family, all parties involved, and to each and every member of our community. Opelousas Police. This is bad news. What do you guys, y'all? What, for a job? He needs to go to National Security for a job. Y'all, this is a serious matter, okay? Dimples Wimples 504. Dimples Wimples 504. This must be in your neck of the woods. Did you hear about this in Opelousas? Um, Girl. Well, Sir seems to be equal opportunity. I mean, he seems, he's messing with he got the wifey, he got the girlfriend. God only knows what else he had going on. I mean, that she might not have been the only one, but he was bold to be over Miss Butler's house like that. Not only does she work for him, but I mean, wasn't Sir supposed to be at home? I feel bad for the lady. I almost feel like, Crystal, girl, move on, sis. Crystal, you might want to just go ahead and cut and run. Okay? Because Greg might not be any good. Look who he picked to cut out on you with, too. I mean, maybe she looks nice when she gets dressed up. I don't know, but it's a mess. Hi. Okay. I was about to say, hey, Dimples Wimples. Okay. Kelly. Hi, Kelly. How are you? This happens in a lot of law enforcement and medicine and healthcare. Yeah, because they do work long hours. It's a stressful job. I mean, it happens, period, in the workplace. I mean, I don't know. I think that if your relationship is in trouble, your relationship is in trouble. It almost doesn't matter where you work. People hook up working for Walmart. Um, People hook up everywhere. They hook up in corporate America. Obviously, I don't know if you guys heard this, but last night, Sylvia was talking about the issue potentially with Fani Willis, that there have been some allegations of some shenanigans with a fellow colleague. I'm gonna put it like that. There are some allegations, and this stuff happens. Um, okay, yes, 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 yes. Interesting. I can't wait to see. I cannot. Yeah, side chicking ain't easy. Okay. Let me drop the link. See what you guys want to talk about. If you guys want to give some, I mean, what look, I can only begin to, like, I legit would just, as far as like my brain, where it would go in terms of Sonia coming for a visit to see Nesto, I can only imagine. I can only imagine how I can only. I'm sure she's doing the most. I mean, just you imagine her on the phone, and then she actually gets a visit, which I know it's all video visits, but I can just imagine her doing the most. And but yeah, I can't even put, I don't know. I would really want to know what these phone calls are like not the phone calls, the conversations, of, if you will, right? Um, let's see. Okay, well, I just dropped the call, and if you guys want to talk about that. Also, you guys mentioned last week Katt Williams. I've gotten through basically, I guess about 75% of the interview. I feel like I've probably watched most of it. I cannot imagine um like, it's just crazy, and then he did a follow-up conversation with Willie D, and that is already going viral after a day. I mean, I guess a lot of people are interested in what he has to say. I found the interview, like, it was very compelling. Um, I don't know. I mean, a lot of what he said, I really wasn't surprised about. I guess specifically, let's talk about the Steve Harvey stuff. What did he say about Steve Harvey? Steve Harvey and Cedric the Entertainer steal jokes. They basically take from smaller comedians um and use their material to come up, and they operate in sort of like a block and keep people out or let those in that they want to. And is this news to anybody? I'm not saying that what he said wasn't earth shattering, but I'm just saying, like, I don't like I feel like one way or the other, we kind of already knew this. I think sometimes when people bring open conversation, it is kind of like refreshing but it's not really earth shattering because I feel like we probably have known most of this already. Um, he seems to take a lot of hits, but it's good. It's not bad for business. You know what I mean? It's not hurting him at all. It's not hurting him at all, I don't think. Even if he doesn't like it, like they say, there's no such thing as bad publicity. Bad publicity is like no publicity. So good publicity, bad publicity, it's publicity. So it's activity. You know what I mean? So it's a way for people to keep your name in their mouth. And when people are searching him and people are hitting on either his productions, his content, I mean, that's money. So I don't think that he is mad about that. I feel like it's one of those things where if nobody's saying your name, that's really the problem when nobody's really concerned about anything that you've done. Is the live hold on a second. You have to watch the Wanda Smith. I didn't really see that as a roast. So I watched that, and so I watched, it was like what, 10, 12 minutes or 14. It was, um towards the end, obviously it became a roast. I think she felt some type of way. But it was more like, I don't know. Did he have a history with her of not liking her or something? Because it was almost like, does anyone know like what the history was before he came in? Because he seemed to have, I don't want to say he had an attitude with her, but it just seemed like there was something there, and that anytime she would ask something, he just had kind of a short answer for her. But maybe she had some stuff to say, or they have some sort of history. But towards the end, I mean, yes, you should never try to roast someone who roasts on a regular basis. um yeah, I mean, she got exactly what she lined herself up for. He said something, she would say something. They kind of started sparring a little bit, and it went. First of all, I tell this to my daughter all the time. You should never play with the boys. Like, at the end of the day, if you're someone who likes to play with the guys, go right on ahead. But at the end of the day, keep it, I don't know. Like, people can feel how they want to feel about what I'm saying, but I just feel like if you keep it on a certain level, men are going to have a certain respect for you just on some, you're a lady. But if it goes there and the gloves come off, they're going to handle you the way that they think they need to handle you. And I felt like they were having the conversation. They started going back and forth. She tried to crack a joke and he basically demolished her. Like it was funny. I mean, I don't feel like it was on some crying stuff. She might have been mad when it was over, but she probably learned her lesson, like don't do that again. You know what I mean? Especially with him. Yeah, I did watch that. Mhm. Uh is it true that Amber Rose is dating Chris Rock? What? I don't know. If he is, that's crazy. Um, let's see. Is it true that okay. Let's see. He's only gets mad when they hit. Girl, he doesn't. Yeah. Steve Harvey has no reason to be mad. At the end of the day, his with the life that he has been able to create for himself, he needs to just like look. If he can take it a couple of different ways, but at the end of the day, I wouldn't have responded, but I think he responded. um they were saying that nephew Tommy was talking about his show Ready for Love, and Steve made one of his like little slick backhanded comments. I mean, the thing to me is if you're a king of comedy and you want to address someone, then address and call the name out Katt Williams. But if you're going to just make little slick sidebar comments, that's not very king-ish to me, but I don't know. You guys tell me what you think. Um, I mean, I don't see how Chris Rock is dating Amber Rose. That's crazy. Let's see. And look, everyone can do what they want to do. Let's see. This was 2 weeks ago. Hold on a second. Let me see. Um, I hate when these banners come up. Okay. Chris Rock and Amber Rose sparked romance rumors after they were spotted out and about in New York City together the day after Christmas. A potential new couple was all smiles as they stepped out for a stroll in the Big Apple before making their way back to the comedian's apartment. The grown-ups star color coordinated his outfit in black cargo pants and blue and black plaid button down and cobalt beanie and short wool coat. Meanwhile, the model sported a distressed leather. I mean, it's kind of hard to say. Oh, here it is. Is this why is this down here like that? Okay. So I don't know. Look, if that's what's going on, then I mean more power to him. Look, I'm kind of surprised. Surprised, not surprised. I mean, she's a beautiful woman. There's nothing wrong with her, but Chris Rock has talked a lot of stuff about a lot of people, and I would be surprised I'm gonna say it like this. Look, okay, let me say, how can I say this the nice way? Amber Rose has a very well documented track record um and body count. Okay. And as much as he has talked about Kim Kardashian and many others, he may have even mentioned Amber Rose. Who knows? Let's see. The pair was engaged in a conversation as Rock seemingly told a funny story as they stopped on a street corner. However, the twosome did not show any signs of PDA, and the nature of their relationship is unknown. Reps for Rock and Rose, oh God, I can see it now. Rock and Rose did not immediately respond to our request. Look, this is some grown woman, grown man spin the block. Amber has got to be close to 40, if not almost 40. And Chris Rock is he 60 yet? Um we're getting old, guys. Everyone's getting older. Amber Rose is not in her 20s anymore. She's no longer stripping in Las Vegas. But she does have on some she got some Jordans on. She got her sac de jour. She, you know what I mean? They're definitely dressed super cash and probably thinking nobody even noticed them, but they were noticed. And let's see if there's anything else posted more recently. He was married to Malik Compton Rock for 20 years. Um, Rose was briefly married to Wiz Khalifa. She was with Kanye. Chris Rock and Amber Rose are fueling romance rumors. Okay, well, congratulations. I mean, they're grown, you know. I don't know. I think are his daughters grown by now? I mean, these are some grown ass people. Chris Rock got to be almost 60 years old. Um Chris Rock's age, let's see. He's 58. You know what I'm saying? Girl. Uh Amber Rose age, girl, known for the slut walk. Sis is 40. Okay. He's 58. She's 40. They're grown. And okay. I mean, it would be interesting. Um, Amber Rose and I mean, it's really I'm kind of surprised, but not. Let's see if there's anything else. Um, wow. I am kind of surprised though, I'm not gonna lie. Amber Rose says she's single and okay, so this is so hot new hip hop. Amber Rose says she's single amid Chris Rock dating rumors. Amber Rose says she and Chris Rock are not dating despite rumors to the contrary. She discussed her love life during a an appearance on Tamron Hall's show on Wednesday. In so doing, she also confirmed that she and Wiz Khalifa have a healthy co-parenting and aren't getting back together. I think that me and Wiz are so best friends now that we're so far past being in love that we can say right now, right? She said, it's not like anything that we could circle back to or anything. We're just friends and co parents. She added that she's single at the moment. Right now, I love my life. I love my kids. She said, I'm not thinking about no man, Tamron. Not right now. Okay. That baby doesn't look like none of them. Rose and Rock first sparked dating rumors when they stepped out together in New York City late last month. In response to the story, plenty of fans on social media made jokes about Kanye's lyrics to blame game from My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Rock performed a skit on the outro to the song asking a series of questions about girls' former partners. Rose and Kanye were dating at the time. Yeah, I remember that he had some things to say.
Amber Rose was introduced to the entertainment world as the muse girlfriend of Kanye West. And after a public breakup, she found her voice defending women against what she calls slut shaming, which is what she said she experienced. Her striking looks, her much talked about body, and her very public love life have made it easy for people to label her. Amber Rose has earned millions of dollars, but as they say, money cannot buy happiness. And now she is
Tamron Hall looks good.
ready for a major life reset that she hopes will give her more joy and more of what she finds most important than fame, more than fame, her relationship with her two young children.
You might think you know me. The Amber Rose you've seen in magazines, on social media, gossip sites, is not really who I am.
So you think she's trying to do a Black China reset? How I don't know. I mean, do you guys think like the Black China reset actually helped and did anything? It sounds like she's going for her Black China reset. Yeah, I mean, they might just be keeping it quiet until they figure out, like, are we going to do anything? Um, yeah, I dropped the call in if anybody wants to talk about open topics. I mean, I'm cool with anything right now. Um, I guess some of the big news on the YouTube streets is phone calls from prison. I guess has acquired some video, so that's going to be interesting coming soon. What it's going to be, I do not know. We're just going to have to wait and see.
I think it's time to dive deep. I was like, bye.
I mean, look at Amber Rose and Black China right there. She might be going for her reset, like what Angela did.
What's it like to grow up with a mama from Philly?
Oh God, does she have a reality show? I had no idea.
Scary.
Uh-uh.
Water. Water.
At the beginning, we get the guests that are meant for.
So is she wearing a wig or what? Because I've never seen her growing out
What I
her
mean
hair.
more clearly by
This
that is
obviously
God
must be a
gives us the people
oh.
that I'm meant to talk to. And I mean by that because we all have a story, but I always want to know your real story, not the TV tabloid. And then when I saw you launch this show, that you really sincerely want people to know you.
Right.
I started digging in to who you were, the girl from Philly, the kid that was the underdog.
Right.
The kid who was the underdog trying to figure out life.
You think she's giving young Shirley? Okay. Tamron does look good. She always looks really pretty.
Totally.
But I got to know you as one of these images, like the rest of the world. Why is it time for you? Why do you think now?
Well, I think initially when I got into the entertainment business, I was kind of thrown to the sharks. I didn't necessarily ask for it. It kind of just happened. And then I think
does it just happen? Because listen,
it does.
I mean,
well, for me.
Well, okay. So going back to the girl from Philly, you've been open that you were a dancer at an adult entertainment place.
Yes.
That is a form of entertainment, right? So that is jumping in by choice, if you will, to a world of entertainment.
Well, no.
No?
I think that was more survival.
Survival.
I always wanted to study infectious diseases. I wanted to be a scientist. And then
Okay, I feel like Amber, this is my take, and I haven't, and Fran, you haven't even listened to the whole interview yet. Sis is 40. Okay, sis is 40. Okay, you can't be sexy video vixen for life. Everybody has got to rebrand. People have to swerve all the time. And ma'am looks good. She still looks, young, all of those things. Her body is still nice, all of that. But at a certain point in your life, you probably, sometimes you get tired when sexy is your job. Even if she is naturally a sexy woman, people don't want to be sexy all the time. And she's got 2 sons that are growing up, and it's time for a rebrand. And maybe she just doesn't want to make money off sex appeal. She can't help that she's beautiful. She can't help that she's sexy, but maybe she just doesn't want to use that aspect of her life specifically for coin anymore. Thus, she wants people to get to know her in a different way. I'm going to say, it's probably, I don't know, sis has had over almost 20 years of the same thing. I don't know that people are really here for it like that. Like, does she want to be like the next Kris Jenner? Like, are you trying to be a momager? Are you trying to what is it that she wants us to get to know? But I think that's like off the top. Sis is trying to rebrand because at a certain point you become irrelevant. There are younger vixens out here who are Ari and all of these other girls on Instagram. Amber is damn near the grandma now. She's 40. Some of these girls on Instagram, that's their mom. Okay?
Then I met a girl around the neighborhood, and she's like, Amber, if you really need money, I could.
Girl,
I could show you how to
Amber's
do this."
time has come and gone. It's no offense, but her best thing to do, honestly, is to be seen with men like Chris Rock, because it gives her, I don't want to say it gives her credibility, it just gives a different look. It's like, oh, look, you know what I mean? Like, oh, she just has on some Jordans and some probably $2,000 sweatpants and her $3,000 sac de jour, and she's just looking very normal, walking around with very normal divorced dad 58 around the city, and they're looking like they're going to a cafe. It's not her in a body con with her titties out and looking super seductive and vixenish at, you know what I'm saying? So I just think this is, let's try to get your views back up. Let's try to get your clicks back up. Let's try to see if we can sell this show with you and the boys, because at the end of the day, nobody's really interested. So she cut her, she is, and she's good friends with Angela.
The glitz and glamour of that profession and wanted
and
to
now
do
she's
that.
wearing
I've always been an
hair.
introvert. Even like
so
my
striking.
friends.
So take me to that.
Yeah.
As we learn the real you,
Mm-hmm.
I go back to those past moments only to understand, even though it was about survival, it was a choice, right? You made the choice to survive this way.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, she's turning to a rebrand. I don't have a problem. Yeah, I mean, shoot. Chris Rock could just be a friend. Chris Rock could be a mentor. Chris Rock could be clapping them cakes. We have no idea. And on any of those, sis, good for you. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, dealing with a man who's 58, who's been married for 20 years, who may be more inclined to want to take you on a nice vacation, not drag you around the internet, not be dating everybody. But it is kind of interesting that Chris Rock, who did have stuff to say about Amber Rose once upon a time, would want to jump in behind Wiz Khalifa and Kanye. I'm just saying. But we don't know where Chris Rock has been. So, okay. Girl, clapping them cakes, okay? Girl, the bakery. Okay. Let's see. You think he's dating? Men can date down. Men dating down is not a big of a deal as a woman dating down. A woman dating down can be dangerous because of the way it's supposed to work. And if a woman is dating down, he very well could be a dusty. At her age, at 40, there's a very specific type of guy you should be only entertaining. And a 58-year-old millionaire, she's on track. Like, let's be real here. At 40, you're a single mom with 2 kids. You have influential baby fathers. And you are a working person in the entertainment industry, but you might not be a millionaire. But you still have some looks. Yeah, you're gonna go for you better go for what you better date up. Men dating down isn't necessarily a shocker, because most men don't want to marry their equal. You know what I mean? Not saying that Chris Rock wants to get married, but he's 58 years old and he's been married for 20 years. Men like contrary to what a lot of people think, men like to have, familiarity. And I don't think that that's out of the ordinary. Okay. Okay, to me, Amber is a non-factor unless she's on the arm of a celebrity. Even on the arm of a celebrity, I still didn't care. I was like, oh, I hadn't even heard that. I had not even heard that. Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, we talked about phone calls from prison. We know they've got some new stuff coming. So as soon as I think we've all seen the alerts. So whenever whatever they have comes out, we will definitely be talking about it. It'll be interesting to see. Um Let me see. So tomorrow's typically our call-in day, but I'm dropping the phone line. Um let's see. But yeah, guys, I'm not gonna hold you guys too long then. I guess a couple of things I did want to talk about. I did put up the Patreon. I did put up the so regarding wait, let me get rid of that. Okay. So regarding like Ernesto, that whole thing, as far as the warrants for Erica King, I did post most of those. I still have another like series of um documents to post, which I'll post them over the weekend. I posted the essay, the CP, all of those documents from either Roswell or Fulton County. Anybody who's interested in reading like for yourself, what did the warrant say? All of that is posted on Patreon, so all of that's there. And I do have a lot more stuff to post, but I just didn't want to do like a whole entire just dump of everything. But I am going to put some more out this weekend, and keep that coming out. But yeah, I guess the news is regarding that is that phone calls, I guess, has some video, which I read the alert, but it didn't even register with me like video, because I guess I always feel like we're watching a video anyway, in terms of the calls, because it's posted as a video, but the video calls, oh, okay, yeah. So yeah, that's gonna be interesting. Um Now, yeah, I did hear that. So for those of you who are not members or on their Patreon, they did post a call. It was short. It was only like 3 minutes long. And basically it was just basically Nesto calling Dion. Dion had an attitude as usual. And Dion was like, I don't really have any money. So it's like everybody just basically says they don't have any money. So Dion's like, I don't really have any money, but he said, could you please call my lawyer? So he gets the lawyer on the phone. Crail Lewis picks up and we hear his voice, and his voice is definitely very much like the voice on the hearing. And he's like, but why are you calling me on a recorded line? And Dion, who was already annoyed, is annoyed at Crail Lewis because he doesn't like the way, I guess, Crail Lewis is talking to his dad. But at the end of the day, Crail Lewis is trying to help your dad. Hey, Lisa Lulu. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, well, why are you calling me on a recorded line? Hang up and then call me back, or I'll hang up and I'll call you back, or whatever the case was. Because if Nesto calls Crail Lewis from Global Tel Link, they are not because of attorney-client privilege, those will be calls we'll never get. So if Nesto's calling his lawyer, we're never going to hear those calls because those calls are private. When Nesto calls not only on a secret pin, whoever's pin he's using in the jail, and then Dion is calling on three-way, those calls are not protected. So if Nesto didn't know, or if Dion didn't know, or if Crail Lewis didn't know, which Lewis knew because he said it, why are you calling me on a recorded line? I mean, it was funny to me that they went ahead and even put it out, because the fact that, yeah, it's going to be on the internet. Like, don't do that. Yeah, Dion was out of line to actually almost act like he was going to try and get the lawyer together. But I think, look, I mean, they're not dealing with a full deck. That family is not dealing with a full deck. These are not highly educated, sophisticated people. And I think all Dion heard was that the man was handling his father, but he's trying to talk sense and didn't want the conversation going because it's on a recorded line. Like number one, our conversations are privileged. Everyone does not get to hear what we talk about. and you calling me on three-way breaches that veil of security, right? Like there's a security in place for us to be able to have private conversations, even on these recorded lines, because we have attorney client privilege. So they're not, even if he's talking to his attorney, the prosecutors are not allowed to use those conversations. So even, of course they have meeting rooms and things like that, but those are private conversations. And for him circumventing the system that is actually there to protect his rights in a way, it just shows how stupid Nesto is. I mean, he just is a dummy. So imbeciles, perfect. Absolutely. So yeah, it was a short call, but it did what it needed to do because it just illustrated how desperate these fools are. And I get it. I mean, I cannot imagine. Let's see how many days it's been. I left this on the screen. It's been 1 year, 6 months, 3 days. It's 552 days this since July 7th, and that's a long time for him. That's a very long time. That's a long time for anybody. 79 weeks. How long does it take to, gosh, 40 weeks to have a baby? Two babies like back to back. If someone got pregnant back to back, they could really have almost had two babies in this time period. Not 79 weeks. You think you heard it on another blogger? Heard what? About Chris Rock and Amber? Criminals aren't smart. Yeah. Like they say sometimes it's not the crime, it's the cover up because they just, Amber, like Erica Mena. I mean, I can see what you're talking about, but Erica Mena, I mean, Safari did do a lot in hip hop, with Nicki, but I think Amber Rose has done more to stake her claim. Erica Mena before Safari, her claim to fame was working at the Dash stores in New York, and being in episodes of Kim and Courtney Take Manhattan. And you know what I mean? She kind of came up through that, and then Love and Hip Hop, and she's she's going to be like a professional wife. I mean, look, now is the time for some of these girls who are still single, who are known for their bodies and for getting around and being with everybody. Now is the time to bag, because when you're getting close to 40, these guys that are in their 50s and getting ready to be 60, they're going to overlook you for the next 30-year-old, okay? Like the next grown woman that's still young. And Amber is about almost off that track. I mean, she's for, like, look at Portia Williams. Portia Williams is a hottie. And what did Portia do? Girl, she was like, I'm not going to be sitting out here. She got Simon Gobadia. I always say it wrong, Gobadia. And she's handling that business. She was like, oh, I'm not playing. Amber needs to handle that business. And I see her with a guy like Chris Rock handling that business. She's 40, he's 58. He's got deep pockets. He's well connected in the industry. She wants to be wifey, girlfriend, let's say, if that's what's going on. That's a power move in her set of entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Erica Mena messed up because Safari is a clown and she had two kids back to back with that clown. And he doesn't want to do anything but embarrass her. He damn near low key seems like he hates her. So yeah. Greg is for the streets. Greg. Who's Greg? Oh, Greg, Married to Medicine. Oh, it's vicious. Do you guys want to watch that? hold on, let me see if I can find it. I had it on before. We were watching a little bit over on Love Lies and Lace Fronts, and um that was vicious. The fact, whoever the producers, the fact that they put Greg back on with his new wife, girl, that's crazy. I don't think Chris sees her. We don't know. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that he does. I'm just saying in general, at 40, her dating a rich guy who's 58, that's right on. That's right where that's well positioned. You know, in her position, that's where she needs, because you know what I mean? That money's gonna start to run out. Video vixening at 40, like you're now kind of den mother. You know what I mean? Um everybody, like, she's made most of her money off her body and being a girlfriend and all of those things. I don't see her. It is. Has there been any slut walks recently? Like, is slut walking foundation still a thing? Like, I don't know if she's making any money off of that. And I think she's trying to, just like how Black China said, you know what, I'm 34, 30, whatever, 32, 33, 34, 35. Let me go ahead and rebrand now because I'm getting older. My kids are getting older. I don't want to do that anymore. Or I know that my future making money from that is limited. But yeah, whether it's Chris Rock or the next one, I think it's good. It's a good visual because it softens her reputation. And you know, he's well connected and we don't know what they're doing. You know what I mean? They might be together, they might not be together. She might just be a good time. He might just be a good time. Um how long have we been here? Are you talking about this live? This live has been on for an hour. uh let's see, that's right on. She can't get another mature. She can get a, yeah, I mean her looks are, she's okay. Um is Amber still girl, is that not embarrassing? Her damn ex-boyfriend is over there with Cher. Okay? Is that, no, that's her baby father, right? Girl, let me, y'all, come on now. This is it's getting ridiculous out here. Okay? It's absolutely getting redonkulous. It's just a damn shame. But yes, I mean, I think they supposedly broke up, but I don't know if they're supposed to be back together. It's a mess. Cher's like damn near 80 years old. What happened? Fran is keeping it cute with the time. I have to get used to this. What, for us doing 2 and 3 hour lives? We don't have a lot to talk about tonight. We're just chit-chatting and nobody's calling in and my feelings are not hurt, okay? I'll see what y'all are working with tomorrow on tomorrow, but my feelings aren't hurt, girl. I'm not gonna hold y'all if y'all aren't, if y'all don't want to talk about anything. Who's Amber's other baby daddy? Girl, her one of these guys is dating Cher and the other one is Wiz Khalifa. I think this man, let me see. Let's look it up. Y'all, we're out here doing messy work tonight. Okay, hold on. Amber Rose baby daddy. And why did I spell daddy Deddy? Okay, his name is Alexander Edwards. Y'all got me out here being extra messy. Okay. Music executive Alexander Edwards is famously known for being one of Amber Rose's baby daddies. Okay. Wait, Cher's new man is Amber. This is so embarrassing. Wait, Cher. Okay. Look, this is Kim Kardashian in about 30 years. Okay. I don't know if Kim, look at this. If you wonder where Kim got her style from, this is it. Okay. Cher is showing off her gigantic rock and the rumors are flying. What is the date on this? I need to make sure we're current. Girl, this is a year ago. Rumors are swirling that the Grammy award winning is engaged to Rose's ex, who is 40 years her junior. Look at that ring. Look at that blang blang. Um, Now I don't know if they're still together or not. I heard they broke up, but y'all, can we talk about that for a second? Girl, Amber Rose and Regina kissing. Was anybody like shocked and astounded by that? I don't know. It was to me, it was girl. We'll talk about it in a second. I don't know if they're still together or not, but that's her baby daddy. Let's see if there's a picture of them together. That ring is pressure. Okay. She probably paid for it herself though. Um, let's see. Okay, hold on a second. Let me see if there's a picture of these two together. Cher and is it Alexander? Girl. Why does he look like Chris Brown a little bit in a way? What is he doing? Alexander A.E. Edwards, a music executive, made headlines when he first was photographed holding hands with Cher. In the days that followed, the music legend received criticism for her age, for her 40-year age gap between the two. But true to form, Cher responded on Twitter with a series of tweets implying that she wasn't. If Cher can tweet, Shirley can tweet. That she wasn't bothered by the age difference. Among the string of tweets, Believe superstar confirmed her relationship with Edwards, and she shared a photo of him simply writing Alexander and a heart. This is your man, Cher, right here. Oh my god, with girl, that's him. What is going on here? He's just waiting. He produced music on Tyga's record album. Okay, okay. Do you think Amber and Alexander are running a play on Hollywood's Most Rich? Is this a potential Rico? Are Amber Rose and Alexander Edwards playing around with the Hollywood elite trying to be written into wills and get money? Is this a get money take money situation? Oh god, this is funny. Oh my god. Look at these two. Look at the happy couple, y'all. He better stop it. Wait, is that Drake? Doesn't that look like an old version of Drake back there? Look at this. Hold on. That looks like that could be Drake in 20 years right there. Minus the forehead. What is going on? Cher, that's your boo? Doesn't like oh my god, this is a mess. I cannot with these people. It's too much. Oh god. My god. Chaz is probably like, look, you can stick around if you want to, but you're not getting my mom's millions, okay? Girl, music exec of what? Well, he's giving the Chris Brown hairstyle, like he's got the same barber with Chris Brown. He produced Tyga. Like if you're 75 and your boyfriend has tattoos across his forehead, that might be a problem. Okay? Like your kids might have a problem with that. Okay? Mm-mm. That's Cher and her boo. Okay? That's Amber Rose baby Favre. And he's 40. He doesn't even look 40. Okay. She's over there walking around New York City with Chris Rock. And he is over here giving out rings and wearing earrings from the Cher collection. He must have borrowed those earrings from Cher. He got on 2 hoops and a mouthful of diamonds. Okay. These two are not fooling anybody. You said I wish my mama would. Now you know how Sheridan feels. Sheridan's like, Nesto came in trying to take her mom's money. Girl, bye. Okay. But that's one of her baby daddies, and the other baby daddy is Wiz Khalifa. Okay. Look. He's like, look, y'all stop tripping. Y'all stop tripping and stop trying to mess with my money. Stop. Wow. Uh, look, she's happy. Let the lady be happy. She has plenty of money and she can afford her boyfriend. Okay. He needs to go back to Amber. He might not have enough money for Amber. You know, Chris Rock is sitting on a pile. Not the Cher collection of earrings. Okay. Look at her jacket. Somebody probably sold Cher that jacket for like $25,000. It's probably like Yves Saint Laurent. It's probably like a $25,000 extra specially made just for Cher and super duper expensive. Girl, look at her wig. Her wig is laid, okay? And you think he's got a pixie cut? And he's got a mouth full of diamonds. Look at this. And that's Cher's boyfriend. Okay. Look at her lace. Her little purple eyeshadow on. She must be like a great grandmother. The truth was, if I hadn't gone out with a younger man, I would never ever had a date. Cher told people in 2021. Younger men weren't intimidated by older women, but older women in my age category, they weren't having it. In October 2023, Cher spoke to people about finding love in her 70s. What I learned is that it's never too late. If you wrote out all the statistics, you would go, well, this is doomed. But we've been together a year and it's just past a year and I would have been and it would have been worth it. I've had the best time. Cher continued. He's special no matter what happens. I love being with him. He makes me laugh and we have fun. I bet. I bet. We're going to take a private jet money. You know what I'm saying? Like Cher's been working for a long time. He helped Cher cope with the loss of her mother. I bet you he did. Cher's mother died at 96. Cher's not going anywhere, guys. Cher's in her 70s. And her mom just died at 96. They have longevity in that family. Cher's not going nowhere. Okay. She said Edwards helped ease the pain of her loss. The source also weighed in on the engagement like ring that Edwards bought the strong enough singer for Christmas, calling it a nice and beautiful gift. The second insider, the ring was the perfect present to help her get through this bittersweet time. Okay. Wow. He has worked on music with Cher. He's a producer and writer. He does everything. I'm so happy about that. Um, okay, well, look. Okay. Did we see girl, look at Kim Kardashian. Kim is channeling Cher in the future. Um, Millie Vanilli, Fabrice's mom's wife. One of the guys from Millie Vanilli actually ever had a wife? Wow, I didn't know that. Look at Miss Ross. Miss Ross is 79. Yeah, I'm sorry, Cher has got to be almost 80 years old. If Diana Ross is 79, no way. Um, okay, hold on one second. Let me find this. Um Okay. All right. So this was another thing that people were talking about today. The Angela Bassett plants a kiss on Regina King. I don't know. I was like, uh it was just the grabbing the face for me. Like, don't I know you're happy and stuff, but yeah, I'm about like, ow. Like, don't do that.
She did the thing after nearly 5 decades in the business. This November, the legendary actress will be awarded her very first Oscar. About time. Angela was named to the Academy's list of Governor's Award recipients. The honorary trophy being given in celebration to the two-time nominees' iconic.
Can we believe how Carson Daly is so thick? Do we see this?
Movies like What's Love Got to Do with It, Waiting to Exhale, and of course, more recently, Black Panther. Those films. She'll join legendary honorary Oscar winners this year, comedy legend Mel Brooks and editor Carol Littleton. Congratulations.
Okay, hold on a second. Was that I need to see the video of how this actually occurred. Regina King looks a little bit like sis, really? I don't know. It was weird. Carson Daly got yes. But we also remember Carson Daly like as a young man though. Girl, every single one of my screens went down. Hold on. Okay. I need to see how this actually went down. Just a second. Let me find it. I want to see the video of what actually happened. Okay, let's see if this is going to show.
Oh, Angela. Tonight, I have the honor of presenting an Academy Award to a national treasure. The incomparable Angela Bassett, in case you all didn't know. And so many times I've heard people say that Angela is the very embodiment of Black excellence. But let me correct that. She has a perspective and a voice and a beauty that is proudly Black. But what she embodies at her core is beyond anything that is skin deep. She is artistic excellence embodied in human form.
Okay, that was very nice. Okay. I don't know what this person. People always got to put some. Okay, are they going to? So she gets up, and then when does this? Of course, we don't get to. Okay, let me find an actual video. I don't know. It was strange. Did you guys actually? Did anyone actually see this happen live? Let me find this. Oh, someone says it was a ritual kiss. I don't know. That's just. Why would you do me like that on the job? Like, okay, here we go. In front of everybody. That was weird. I mean, it's not. I mean, it's just. It's very much like a little too much. Okay. Oh, so it wasn't like that. It was just okay. Like Merry Christmas. Wait. Oh, it wasn't like that. People made it seem like okay. Now, okay. That was that ritual? Like that was I think that explains it. That was very much like, oh, my friend, like Angela, okay, we're not at home. It's not Christmas. I think it would have been better to like save something. You know what I mean? You can't do everything in front of everybody. Does that make sense? Everything is not for everyone, right? I don't that was a everything is not for everyone moment. I'm thinking no, when Britney and Madonna kissed, that was different. That was a we want to break the internet before the internet starts, you know? that was not that big of a deal. That was giving too much. That was giving I was drinking I had too much coquito or eggnog and Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Okay. Not a big deal. Now, but that's also not like what getting a Oscar and coming into the podium and all of these things, they're working. So you're working like it was like auntie. It was sisters. It wasn't giving sister. It wasn't that, but it was a little bit of I had a little too much to drink at the Christmas party, and you're my best friend. You're my best friend. You know what I mean? That was it. I didn't get anything odd from it. Yet Madonna is, we're not even going to talk about, like, girl, we just got finished talking about Cher for 20 minutes. Okay. A mess. Okay. Gosh, guys, you guys are funny. Anyway, I feel like that's all the hot topics. I mean, guys, we need to give ourselves a round of applause. We actually did some hot topics. Okay. What? What? Did we talk about, not allegedly, we actually did it. We talked about hot topics. Yes. We did not get sucked in and talk about these two tonight, which I'm sure we'll be back on that on tomorrow, but on tonight we kept it real cute and got on some other things, and I'm proud of us. I'm very proud. What about you guys? This was fun. Let's see. Girl, don't kiss me on my mouth. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But if something like that were to happen, I would blame it on the alcohol, and it would just be one of those things we're just not going to talk about it again. Like, it was like, girl, it's okay. Just don't do it again. Okay. Girl, don't mention it. And I mean, don't mention it. Okay. It's fine. We're good. We're good, sis. I know we had the drinks flowing. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. It's fine. Congratulations, boo boo. Now, why you had to do that on the world stage where everybody is doing some analysis on the kissation? Well, but that's okay. Remember what we talked about at the beginning. All press is good press. Did we talk about Fani? No, because I don't have the documents. Let me see what I can find, because I think there were some news stories. I know Sylvia talked about it last night, and girl, I was tired. I mean tired. Fani Willis. Fani Willis scandal. Let me see. Girl, do you think she worked from home today? Or she went into the office? Hold on. Funny. Do you guys think Trump is trying to do whatever he can do to that this is, but if they found a loophole, I mean, if there is a loophole and there is a problem, then it's one of those, like, when you got people coming for you, people will find you slipping when they need to. Oh, Fani is 1971. Okay, Fani. Scandal. Okay. Let's go to the New York Times. Let's just be serious about this. Hold on. I have a subscription. Hold on. It says I'm not logged in. Let me see. Am I logged in under Love Lies and Lace Fronts? Did I do Google? Just a second. I need to find my okay. I need to see which email address I'm logged into, but okay, let's see what's going on here. Allegations against prosecutor bolster Trump's criticism of Georgia case. The defendant in the case has accused the district attorney in charge of it and a special prosecutor she hired of being romantic partners, saying the case should be dismissed. Okay, so there's conflict of interest. So because she's bringing the charges and the special prosecutor allegedly is her boo thing, that should nullify any potential criminal wrongdoing. I don't know if it works like that, but it's probably not a good thing. But let's see. Fani Willis, District Attorney, Fulton County, the court filing against her Monday said that she was romantically involved with a special prosecutor hired for the Trump case, Nathan Wade, but provided no proof. Okay, it seems unusual choice for Fani Willis, the district attorney of Fulton County, Georgia, turned to a suburban defense lawyer to oversee what seemed to be the biggest task of her career, building an election interference case against President Donald Trump. Nathan Wade, whom Ms. Willis tapped for the job, had little experience as a prosecutor, but he was a trusted friend and mentor, she said, in 2022, willing to take the job when more seasoned prosecutors were not. Now the relationship between Miss Willis and Mr. Wade has taken center stage in Georgia case against Mr. Trump, who is awaiting trial along with 14 co-defendants on charges of conspiring to overturn the former president's 2020 election defeat in the state. On Monday, a lawyer for one of the co-defendants, Michael Roman, charged in a court filing that Ms. Willis and Mr. Wade were romantic partners who were profiting significantly from this prosecution at the expense of the taxpayers without offering any proof. The filing accused the two of taking vacations together with money Mr. Wade had made while working for Miss Willis's office as a special prosecutor. In all, the office has paid Mr. Wade $653,000, $881, according to county records. Neither Ms. Willis nor Mr. Wade has commented publicly on the allegations. A spokesperson for Ms. Willis said on Monday that her office would respond appropriately in court. Mr. Roman's defense lawyer, Ashley M. Merchant, argued that it is all amounted to a conflict of interest and should disqualify Mr. Wade, Ms. Willis, and the entire Fulton County District Attorney's Office from prosecuting the case. As the lawyers unfold, Ms. Merchant wrote in her filing, it's become clear that the district attorney and the special prosecutor have been profiting personally from the prosecution on Fulton County's expense. Whether the filing has the power to knock the case off the rails remains to be seen, although the number of legal experts said this week that some of Ms. Merchant's efforts to have the case dismissed were unlikely to succeed. But the matter has already become an embarrassing one for Ms. Willis, placing the case under a cloud of suspicion and bolstering Mr. Trump's longtime efforts to delegitimize the case and paint Ms. Willis as corrupt. According to the court filings obtained by the New York Times, Ms. Willis was served on Monday with a subpoena in Mr. Wade's ongoing divorce case. Okay. Well, Ms. Willis was served on Monday. Girl, sis been served on Monday in Mr. Willis's ongoing divorce case from his wife, Jocelyn. Okay. In the document, a process server affirms that he left the subpoena with an assistant to Ms. Willis in her downtown Atlanta office. Andrea Hastings, a lawyer for Ms. Wade, said she sent the subpoena requesting Ms. Willis testify at a deposition on January 23rd. News of the subpoena was reported earlier by the Wall Street Journal. In arguing the case to be dismissed, Mr. Roman's legal team wrote that Ms. Willis had failed to properly obtain the approval of Fulton County Commission before hiring Mr. Wade. But on Tuesday, Pete Scandalakis, a Republican who leads the Prosecuting Attorneys Council of Georgia, a state agency that provides services to prosecutors, said the district attorney in Georgia were not required to seek authorization of the county before making such hires. And it's quite possible maybe that was what was customary. Maybe it seemed to be that maybe that it was not necessary, but maybe they'd been conducting that type of business in terms of having some sort of approval and oversight, but it's not necessarily required. And maybe like since she's the new DA in town, she's not going to do it. Ms. Merchant also argues that the district attorney's office did not properly file Mr. Wade's oath of office, but a similar argument made by another co-defendant in a case has already been rejected by a presiding judge. Is this Sir Nathan Wade? Okay, Nathan Wade. Okay, and wifey has served Miss Willis a subpoena. Also unclear is whether proof will emerge of the romantic relationship between the two prosecutors. Ms. Merchant said Monday night that she believed Mr. Wade's sealed divorce proceedings contained proof that the pair had traveled together. She is trying to make the divorce file public, but the allegations have already been seized upon by Mr. Trump, who in August made an unsubstantiated claim that Ms. Willis was having an affair with a gang member, which she strongly denied. On Tuesday evening, Mr. Trump is in no business able to speak on having affairs when his daughter Tiffany exists on today because he cut out on his first wife Ivana Trump, and made a baby with Marla Maples. Okay. It's under question as to when he took up with Melania. Trump was man about town once upon a time when he was single, so we don't know what he's talking about. Ms. Willis had reportedly used a phony case against me to hire her lover in a self-enrichment scheme of more than $500,000. A number of experts in the law and ethics have reviewed the new motion, were skeptical that it would blow up the case, although some said that issues that it raised warranted further investigation and could harm the public's trust in the prosecution. Renee Knack Jefferson, an ethics expert and law professor at the University of Houston Law Center, said she thought that the filing included serious allegations, but that were not likely to tarnish the indictment. The personal relationship between the two prosecutors doesn't change the fact that the evidence upon which the indictment is based. So, yeah, I agree with that. Ms. Jefferson said that it is important to get to the bottom of the nature of the relationship. Yeah, because, I mean, having affairs at the job puts everybody in a weird position, just like we heard earlier with the three police officers. That's bad news. Yeah, can you believe that? They said she was messing with a gang member. Ms. Willis has hired a number of outside lawyers to help her with the sprawling Trump case, which centers on a complex racketeering indictment and initially listed 19 co-defendants. 4 have pled guilty since the indictment was handed up in August. In addition, Mr. Wade, the outside lawyers include John Floyd, a mild-mannered, binder-toting man with a deep expertise in racketeering law, Anna Cross, an experienced trial lawyer, and Mark Meadows, Mr. Trump's former White House chief of staff and a defendant in the case, to a withering cross-examination in a related federal court hearing in September. In her 2022 interview, Ms. Willis said that she had chosen Mr. Wade for the job because he was a trustworthy friend and contemporary. He's 53 years old. She's 53. Mr. Wade is 54, whom she thought thick-skinned enough to handle not only tactics from Trump land, but her own critics. Sometimes in this new generation, You can't yell at them. They're kind of weak, right? Wait, sometimes this new generation, you can't yell at them and they're kind of weak, right? Miss Willis said, adding, I need somebody I can go off on and they're like, wipe your wounds and we can get back to work. Still, the appointment of Mr. Wade to head up the criminal prosecution of the former president raised some eyebrows in Atlanta's legal community, given his limited work trying serious criminal cases. His only known full-time work as a prosecutor was in an assistant solicitor in Cobb County in Atlanta suburbs between October 98 and 99, according to Ross Cavett, a county spokesperson, and job typically involves handling misdemeanor cases. Um, this is okay. We're almost done. Mr. Wade, who cannot be reached for this article, earned his law degree from John Marshall in Illinois, which eventually merged to the Law School of the University of Illinois in Chicago. In hearings related to the Trump case, he projects confidence, typically striding into courtrooms in well-tailored suits surrounded by a gaggle of fellow prosecutors. Though he speaks occasionally with the presiding judge, he also seems comfortable letting various team members take the limelight during the oral argument. In private practice, he appears to have been a legal jack of all trades. The website for his law firm, Wade and Campbell, declares whether you are in need of representation for a major car accident or going through a change in your personal life that requires representation with family law issue, whether you have a contract dispute or whether you are involved in any type of civil litigation, Nathan J. Wade will be a zealous advocate for you. In the future, Mr. Wade may be able to add language about prosecuting a former president to the list, but only if he survives the current storm. My God. Thank you, New York Times. That was very detailed. Let's see if there's any pictures on the internet of Nathan and Jocelyn. Nathan and Jocelyn Wade. You guys have me down the rabbit hole of Atlanta business. I'm wondering, is that Boo? Let's see. Wow, they served her with a subpoena. Is this her? I don't think that's her. I don't see any pictures of the wife. I just see Fani and her boo. Is that Jocelyn? Who is this lady? Fani, is that Boo? Who is this lady? Okay, that can't be her. So this is Nathan Wade right here. They said he's always in a well-tailored suits. Ooh. And then he's in the middle of a divorce. I mean, I don't know. We'll have to see. I don't know who that guy is. Okay. Anyway, very interesting. Fani is, I guess this is a developing story. Nathan Wade. Are there any pictures? Maybe they scrubbed the internet clean before he went on this Trump thing. They may have scrubbed his his profile's clean. We'll have to see. Anyway, guys, interesting story. I'm sure there's more somewhere on this, but we'll have to get caught up on that. I hope they got an explanation. If they're having an affair, they need to just go ahead and cop to it as quickly as possible and move on. And she might just have to step down, or he might have to be fired. I mean, at the end of the day, I know it's not going to rectify itself that quickly and that easily, but men have affairs at work all the time, and a woman having an affair at work is not going, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, like they said, it doesn't change the facts of the case. It's just she's having an affair at work. So if she's having an affair at work, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. Men have affairs at work all the time, keep their jobs, and the women get fired. Donald Trump has had numerous affairs, and he doesn't need to be talking about anybody having an affair. He had that whole thing about grab him in the crotch right before he was elected president. I mean, him and his team should not talk. Rudy Giuliani, are you kidding me? Can we talk Rudy Giuliani for a second? Any of my New Yorkers? I mean, I was a kid when this went down, but Rudy Giuliani was having a absolutely just a egregious affair and married the woman, okay, and flaunted her all over New York City, his second wife, okay? Rudy Giuliani, and I'm sure that whole team of people have no business talking, okay? So Fani needs to just be upfront with whoever she needs to be upfront with, and Sir might either have to step down, or she might just have to take a back seat and let someone else, because you don't want to be a distraction to the case. And if she's a distraction, then she needs to just be the overseer and behind the scenes, either step back or Sir has to step down. Whatever they need to do to make it go away and get back to the business of the city of Atlanta or Fulton County, however it needs to be put. But yeah, I mean, this is nothing new. Men do it all the time. It happens all the time. And we always see the woman lose their job or lose their position, and it's unfortunate. But if she were a man, we'll see how it goes. You know what I'm saying? But these affairs in the workplace is nothing new. We just today, we already looked at a whole situation where the chief of police was sleeping with one of his officers. He's over there cooling at the house. His wife, who's a sheriff, pulls up, and homegirl shoots at the man and grazes the wife. And then ma'am is giving a damn trespassing ticket to the wife now for coming to try to claim her damn husband. So Donald Trump, third wife, numerous affairs, Rudy Giuliani off the damn chain. And if I knew exactly who else was on the roster of the being prosecuted, I'm sure there's a whole bunch of other cheaters in that roster. Okay. That whole lineup is full of cheaters. Okay. And they just Trump went from accusing her of being with a gang member to now, she may have fell for the okie doke. I mean, her and the guy are working together, and look, she might have fell for the okie doke, and maybe Nathan is a plant. Who knows? Look, they've been wanting to take Fani down for a minute. She fell for the okie doke. So, all right, I was late for Martell's segment. Yeah, scroll back. Okay, guys, we'll talk about some more tomorrow. If there's anything you want me to talk about, put it down in the comments. We'll be back on some Nesto and Shirley tomorrow. I got thrown off a little bit. School started late today, and your girl was tired. Okay. But hopefully we can be back on lunch tomorrow. And like I said earlier, phone calls from prison did put an alert out, and they said video calls are coming soon for Ernesto. we can only imagine what that is, right? Um, what else is there? I think that's it. If there's something you guys want me to talk about tomorrow, let's get into it. Drop it down in the comments. Otherwise, I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm gonna go get in the bed. It's 10 o'clock and try and get some sleep. Because we're back on, we're back on regular schedule again. So I will see you guys tomorrow at lunch. Okay. You guys have a wonderful evening. If you're on the replay, thank you for coming through. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to like this live. I appreciate you guys so much. And that's it, and that's all. Okay. I'll see you guys later. Take care, guys. See ya. Have a good night. It's fraternizing. It could be sexual harassment. I mean, it can be so many different things. Even though he's a special prosecutor and he might be considered a contractor, he could say he didn't have a choice. He could say he felt like his job was contingent upon it. His subordinates could feel some type of way that if they were privy to anything, they could say that they felt like they couldn't say anything because of job security. So that can be hostile work environment. It could be so many different things that are sub under sexual harassment and just it could be it could violate a contract depending on what his contract states, like morals and ethics and all of it's so many different things. Sleeping with someone at the job is no bueno. It's just not a good thing to do. And it puts your whole team, it can put the whole company at risk. That's why it's usually frowned upon, but it certainly is fraternizing. But depending on the overall impact to the team, it can be detrimental. It's just awful. So it's really nothing that should be, if you go back to the beginning, just see what happened in Opelousas, Louisiana. Someone decided to sleep with someone on their team. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not cute. Then on top of that, if she has been carrying on with this man, let's say prior to her hiring him, it's just dirty. If you guys took up on the job, maybe okay, we got, what I'm saying, we fooled around, fell in love, something like that. But if y'all have been carrying on, then people could say that they feel like there was some deception, in you hiring him. It's one thing, like, when did this start? Like, did it start? Was it already in progress, or did this start after he got on the job? Like, it can just make you look bad. You know what I mean? It's not a good look. And for a woman in charge, for her to be in charge and to be in the seat of power and to have one of the most powerful positions, and in the United States at this moment, it's just not a good look. But I go back to, if she were a man, it would just be getting tee-hee-heed about, but because men do it all the time, and get caught all the time. I think Rudy Giuliani even got busted when he was Attorney General of New York. I don't know if he was governor. Did he ever become governor? I know he tried millions of times, but when he was Attorney General, I think he got busted out for having an affair and was in a bitter divorce. Anyway, but yeah, it's messy. It's very, very messy, and it's unfortunate for her, and for her to think that they were not going to get busted, that all eyes were not following and watching, and Trump has more than enough money to have ops watching her probably wipe her ass in a toilet. You know what I'm saying? Like, now was not the time to be slipping. Okay. But it's, look, it makes for good conversations on a Wednesday night. Okay. Anyway, guys, so yeah, never governor. He was Attorney General, but yeah, he was a complete creep. And Trump, I mean, I just remember when I was a kid, like, he was all over the place. And doing the most. And like I said, Tiffany, all I got to do is say Tiffany Trump. Okay. Marla Maples. Okay. We know that man has no room to talk. Okay, guys, you guys have a wonderful evening. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Okay. Take care. Have a good night.